Welcome back to Kidsplaining. I'm Jared, and this is my mom. And today we're going to take a look at a Little Wordy, which is by Exploding Kittens, and it says on the box, a sneaky two-player tile game.
It is. It's a two-player wordy game, and I love it because I often say, like, a little bird told me, and this is a little wordy, and it's about little birds. The graphics on it are a lot like you'd see the art and stuff by Exploding Kittens, and they're kind of lined up. It's got those same fun
cartoon.
Graphics. Yeah, and they're all different birds and takes on birds. Like, I think this one was our favorite, right?
And the Loch Ness.
How do you say this one?
Denowelsaur.
Denowelsaur. It's an owl dinosaur.
And this one is a Loch Ness monster, and its head is a chicken.
There's so many. Like, okay, so the red ones are the spicy, right?
Yes, spicy.
And the blue is the vanilla. Now,
vanilla will always help you. Spicy may have you give some information and your opponent give you some information.
Right, okay, and they have no idea what we're talking about. Let's tell you a little bit, just briefly, how you play the game. So this is a word game, and it's about building words. So you've got your vowels, and you have your consonants. And each of those, they've got tiles in here, and they are color-coded, which is awesome. One thing that you had a problem with was the Y was not in the vowels, because say A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. For this game, Y's are consonants. Anyways, that was just one thing we noted. So when you set up the game, everyone has their own little, what do you call these? Shields? No. Screens.
Yeah, shields.
Screens. The screens are awesome. Oh no, I messed it up.
Yeah, I had a word.
The screens are awesome because they've got the little bird on the outside. That's your screen. And then you've got your notes. So when you do is you draw your tiles and your consonants and your vowels. You have
Four vowels, and 7 consonants.
7 consonants, and you put them behind your screen. So you're over here with your words trying to create, or your letters trying to create a word. Once you come up with your word, you write it right here in your My Secret Word spot, and then you do this. You put your bird like this, and you set that in front of you, and you mix up all your tiles, and you give them to the player next to you, or your opponent, because there's only 2 players. And then they look at all of your words or your letters, and they are trying to figure out your word. That's the basics of the game. You're trying to figure out your opponent's secret word. Now, if I figure out your word, does that mean I win?
No.
How do I win?
So, even if you figure out your opponent's secret word, you have to have more berries than them.
The whole point is to collect these berries.
Yeah, not to get the secret word, though you do have to do that to win.
Yes. Well, no. Because if we hadn't have kept going, if I had way more berries than you guessed my word, but I still had more berries than you, so I got to keep going and try to guess his word. Now, in that process of trying to guess his word, I ended up getting him more berries, and then he won.
Yeah. And she couldn't guess the word end.
No, it was end. E-N-D. I don't know how I wasn't thinking that E was going to be the first letter because he had 2 consonants and 1 vowel, and I was trying to
And she decided that E-D-V were the letters that were in my word.
Yeah, E-D-V. I don't know. I lost the game. He won guessing my word, mush. And
I thought it was mush.
What is awesome is you can use these. Each of these, they have the name of the card, but then underneath it is what they do. So, it's really hard for me to read this upside down. Okay, so this spicy card, it's Raven, and it costs, you see the number on top is 3, which means it costs 3 berries. So if I use this clue card, me using it and having him do the action on it, I'm automatically giving him 3 berries. So this one is constant count. Your opponent tells you the number of consonant tiles in their secret word, which I actually did use this one. So I said, okay, I'm using this one. So I gave him 3 berries, and he told me how many consonants were in his word, which right here I wrote in my notes section 2 consonants. You can also see here where while I was going through the words, I crossed out different words or different letters, that I had narrowed it down that weren't in there. I had figured out through using these clues that he had 3 letters in his word and that E and D were in them. And so that I love that they allow you to, or you just have a space to write down your notes. I love how this teaches you to investigate and write notes to reference later. Mm-hmm. Did you use the note area?
Yeah.
during the game?
No.
No. I hopefully where he gets more into that and I use bigger words and things like that, he'll use the notes more.
I just put aside the letters that I know aren't.
Yeah, he moves them aside. But I did like how he did this here. He wrote the 3 or the 4 lines here where he knew it was 4 words. I keep saying words. He knew it was 4 letters, and then he put them here.
I was actually planning on just drawing there.
Oh, you were gonna just draw them there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after I used the where's first letter, then I figured out that it was M, and then I just put them all here and figured out that it was mush.
Mush. Yeah. Now these are, I believe there's quite a few other cards that you draw, but you only do 4 of the spicy and 4 of the vanilla. And like Jared said at the beginning, the vanilla cards always help you. The spicy
may have some give and take.
Yeah, so what you need to do is kind of read through what they're able to do, and then figure out if they will benefit you or not. I mean, you really need to weigh out how much the cost is. This one has an asterisk by it because what you're doing for the, Loch Ness monster?
Loch Ness monster,
Loch Ness is you are creating a word from the letters in front of you, and they will turn over any of the letters that are not in their secret word. So any letters that they turn over, correct?
Any letters that are still face up are 1 berry for them.
Yeah.
So
you're
here's a
giving
tip.
a berry.
This one is better than that one.
It can be. It depends on
Unless
how long the word
it's a giant
used.
word with all the letters.
Right. Then that wouldn't be very beneficial because you're giving them all the berries. So what do you think about the game?
What I like about this game is just how much you use your brain in it. It's not like, it's a small box game. It's a game in a tiny box with not many pieces in it, just these few things that are on the table. But it's very thinky.
It is.
Like, it's a surprisingly thinky game, but you don't realize it.
No, the one thing, we did play this with Peyton. Peyton is 8, and still he is starting to read, but spelling is that he spells phonetically still, which is...
What does that mean?
That means like...
Like it's how it sounds.
How it sounds, yeah. But not in English is difficult because how it sounds isn't often how it's spelled. And so games like this are difficult for kids that are still learning to spell correctly and moving from that phonetic, because I can't remember what the word was that Peyton used.
It was eel. He spelled it the way that it sounded.
Right.
Which I understand.
Right. And I would have gotten it probably, but he had spelled it incorrectly, so I couldn't guess his word. So that's what makes it a little difficult. We have a lot of grace in how we play games like that, especially with word games with younger players. Jared is 11, almost 12, has been reading for a long time. This game, I felt like it was very level between us, and I actually really enjoyed it, even though I would consider it more like elementary or middle school type of that type of game.
It looks like that. It is not. It's very fun, even for older people like us.
Yeah, like us.
I'm older.
One con I will say, just in that, like the cards, they're decent quality. The tiles are great quality. I really like the drawstring bags. These were awesome that they are dry erase. The thing is, we did have to really, really scrub. We've only used these a few times to try to get the ink off of these.
You should probably use a wet paper towel.
Windex and things like that. Don't leave them on there. Like, you need to clean it off every time you play quickly.
We accidentally left it on before we played today, and
well, one of them we left on, and it was had to really, really scrub. You can still see some of it on there. That's the only really con that I say as far as the design.
It's not a big con. Like,
no, it's not horrible.
It doesn't affect gameplay. It's just a little problem with the boards.
Yeah.
And it's not even big.
Nope. So I think we're definitely keeping this in our collection. Like it. It's not a Kickstarter. It's published right now. You can actually pick it up, I believe, at Target or other.
That's where we got it.
Yeah, we got it at Target. Yeah. I think this is a pretty cool game.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Cool. Well, we need to play it again then. You teach your dad how to play it.
Yep.
All right.
I will.
You want to wrap it up?
Yep. See you later. But be sure to subscribe down. Be sure to subscribe down there.
And you can watch some other videos that we have right over here.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.